What's up, and welcome to the Indie-Credible podcast, season 2, episode 2. It's going to take me, not only for my pen, it's going to take me ages to actually realise that I have to keep saying season 2, episode 2 now. But yes, this is episode 2 of season 2. Apologies, there was no podcast last week. I was ill. I was off on the Friday. I was ill all day Saturday, so we didn't really get a chance to do the podcast in the end. I still got a bit of a cough. I still sound a bit weird, so apologies if that comes across in the audio. But anyway, we're back, and however, it's just myself and Dan.
Yeah.
No
Tom.
Tom. Oh, I was going to say something really inappropriate.
Yeah, let's not.
Tom was on a private jet, but it went missing.
Yeah, that's jokes that shouldn't be done at this point.
Yeah, probably we give it a year and we can say.
Yeah.
We give it a year.
That'd be enough time.
Yeah.
Let them find the plane first.
Tom's dead.
Tom's dead.
That's the classic, isn't it? When you
Tom's dead. That's where we go. Tom's dead.
Tom's dead. He's comic book Tom. So
he couldn't believe he beat me in a bet, so he died.
That's it.
It was
literally
heart attack down.
Yeah, almost. They thought it was spontaneous combustion at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan completely exploded. I don't know where we're going with that.
I don't know.
But as always, we are here, and if you're wondering who we are, because it's your first time stopping by, then hello. My name's Lewis. You can find me at What's Up Woody. Twitter, pretty much anywhere else. And with me, as always, is Dan from
The Dice Bear. Just look up The Dice Bear and you'll find me there.
I thought I'd mix up the dynamics of the voice.
Nice, like it.
Keeps on going, who's next? Who's going to get next? So as always, we're back to bring you the latest indie game news, content, mini reviews, impressions. Just kind of goodness, really. The reason I'm saying that is because I've noticed that we've got quite a few new followers or subs on YouTube. So this could be a lot of people's first time seeing the Indie-Credibel podcast. So
have no idea what we do.
No, they're
which is
probably
pretty good because we have no idea.
They're probably gone by now. They're probably like, this is fucking a piece of mess, isn't it? I'm off. See ya.
Took ages.
But no, this is a weekly show where we do go through the world of indie gaming. As I said, we go through all the games we've been playing, share our impressions on them. We go through the latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. Today's main topic is Dan and I have both been playing a game. The full review will go up closer to the game's release. And that is Genesis Alpha 1, published by Team 17, developed by
Radiation Blue.
Thank you, Radiation Blue. I got my notes over there, not right here.
I got mine right here, so we're good.
So we're going to go for our full impression of that, because that's kind of the first, I want to say, big indie of 2019. That's the one that we were really look forward to. And a lot of press have been like, this is the game, you got to look out for this game. So we're kind of going to go into our not final impressions, but our thoughts on the game so far, and that's our main topic. But should we dive into what we've been playing?
Let's go through what we've been playing.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because 3 of mine are basically old games that I finally got to play.
Well, we'll get out of the way quickly that, as I said, Genesis Alpha 1's the main. We've both been playing it.
Not going to talk about that until later.
Yeah, we'll talk about the end rather than repeating ourselves. So go on, fire away, Dan.
I've been going through the Game Pass, Xbox's Game Pass, having a look at what's on there. And
Still a great bit of kit.
I've been playing Farming Simulator 17, which came out in 2016.
Can I quick side note today? Just announced today, Farming Sim
19
has got an esports league starting in Europe.
Right, okay.
Prize for $25,000.
So this is going to really irritate me then.
It's in Europe, was not
because I've been playing the game, and it's a farming simulator, blah blah blah. And one of the first things that I always do in farming sim game or any simulator game is I dick about. I don't take it seriously.
Farming sim's not the kind of game you dick about in, is it? It's very serious.
Well, yeah, it is. You go through it. It's really pretty. Yeah. So the first thing, once I got my farm out and it taught me through the tutorial bit, you get to have your combine harvester. And you take down your field and you pull up a truck next to it to get the bits out and you're like, oh yeah, great. And it was like, now move on and put some whatever dirt on the floor. I don't fucking know, I'm not a farmer, right? And I thought, sod that, I'm going to go to next door neighbour's farm and I'm going to plough their fields and steal their shit. I'm going to turn this into a pirate sim. Farming piracy. So I fucking drove my combine harvester out of this place, had the music player in, decent country tunes rocking through. It's like, yeah, got to the farm, did all the bits you have to start off with, like the thick, whatever the fucking things are with the blades on that goes around.
Plows.
Well, you're on a combine harvester, but there's a special word for it that you've got to do. You've got to lift it and move it up. But you put it down. The flanges.
Flanges, yeah.
I started up the flux capacitor in the back, right?
Yeah.
And I engaged the nitrous.
That's it, yeah.
Ready?
Is this in kit?
This is, the light's flashing.
Yeah. It's talking to you the whole time.
Hi, Michael. Do you want to do this? And I'm like, yes, let's do this. And you start going through the field and it doesn't cut anything up. You cannot take crops apart from your own place. And I was like, oh man, you've just ruined this game for me.
I reckon you're probably one of the only people who's been like, oh, I'm going to steal crops.
I'm gonna be the world's crappiest farmer because I'm just gonna steal from everyone else. Make them do the work.
Please tell me when you went back to yours, they're all dead.
Yeah,
I would love
all the
it if you
animals
went back and you were
just
like,
on the floor. What? Some sort of zombie plague had taken over. Yeah. So I mean, that was fun. As in, oh, that's nice, but man,
boring.
sim games. Yeah, it is.
You have to find a sim game that you like.
Yeah.
And like ones that strike the perfect balance. And I'm going to go back to an old personal fucking favourite here. Something like Theme Hospital. Theme Hospital is like, it's straight up a hospital simulator.
Yeah.
Like you're dealing with everything, but it's got that real weird quirky side to it as well when people are going in with like piles because they sat on the floor, a cold floor too long, like things like that.
Yeah.
And I genuinely thought for a long time that's how people got piles.
Just sitting on cold floors
for too long. And there's like another, I can't remember what the actual illness is in there in Theme Hospital, but when it says like someone ate a piece of pizza they found under the fridge that's a couple of weeks old, they got ill, and I used to be like, oh my god, don't eat pizza you find under the fridge.
That should just be, you should just know that.
You probably should, but that for me is like the perfect strike between sim
and something that's fun because you can do stupid things during it as well. You
like
can overdose.
I know you joke, but it is a sim, but it's got the kind of quirky stuff alongside
it. So you can and yeah, okay, it's nice. I see. I can't believe you're going to have a competition with it. Who's going to grow the best crops in a? I mean, how long's that going to go on for?
I just saw it on a news.
I can't imagine sitting and watching it.
Myself.
It's hardly an e-sport, is it? You're not going to just sit there going, "Go on, plough that field,
yeah." Yeah, God knows what's going on, but there are people who build full because you can buy, racing wheels.
Yeah,
you can buy tractor rigs for that. I don't know if you know that. You can buy because tractors have 2 gear sticks, and they have a big steering wheel and then a small steering wheel for the whatever machinery is behind it.
Right.
So you can buy farming sim setups at like £500.
What to give you the full farming
sim?
The
full farming sim, and you have the throttle's like full on the hand, and it is insane. Like people who are into that are into it, fucking into it.
Well, when we played Flashing Lights. Rest, they had a whole box system next to it, so you could turn your lights on, and that was awesome with the steering wheel.
Yeah,
and that was wicked fun.
But that was meant to be a serious sim, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but we didn't play it as a serious sim.
Wasn't there Gary? Was there some guy called Gary?
There was some guy called Gary who was a mobster that we kept running over. We stole cars, we killed people. I think our favourite one was we had, so in Flashing Lights you can be the ambulance or the fire service or the police.
Yeah,
we're an ambulance service and we had a guy on a stretcher and we just pushed him down a hill and let him go while the guy's standing there watching us like, what are you guys doing? It's like, yeah, he'll make it to the hospital. Quick, get in the truck, chase him. But that's my type of, I like the sim world, but they're dicking around in it.
So they're like Goat Simulator. I know we joke about it, and we're going to speak about it later on, but that is just a complete piss take.
Oh yeah, completely. That's more Tony Hawk's, isn't it? That's
do what the fuck you want as a goat.
As a goat. That's why I quite like the idea of that Goose one. That's,
Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, Untitled Goose Game looks quite good for the same reason of that.
Just go be a
dick as a goose for a while. Perfect game. Yeah. So yeah, Farming Simulator. I played Guacamelee. I went to play back the first one.
The original one.
Because I realised, because we did our top 10 games or the best games of 2018, the last podcast.
Yeah.
And I realised that I'd forgotten about Guacamelee too. And we've never got to play it. We played a small amount at Res
I only played at Res. But what I played at Res didn't make me want to play more. I know I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't like, wow, I want to play more of that game.
Well, I played it with Tom.
Yeah.
Because we played, and that was hilarious. And I was like, have I forgotten Guacamelee? So I've been back. Guacamelee's brilliant.
Guacamelee, the first one. It's really hard as well.
It's really hard. There are some issues with the controls, I've found.
It was like 2015, that game?
Guacamelee 2013. Yeah, man, came out. But so I've been playing that again. A brilliant game, and yet again, that's on Game Pass at the moment. So it sounds like I'm pimping out Game Pass. I'm not, but someone who did it took the free bit for a while, and then was like, yeah, I might pick it up. But I mean, now I'm playing everything on Game Pass.
Every time someone mentions Guacamelee, I always remember another game. Cause I played 2 games at the very same time. Do you remember Ollie Ollie? It was like
the skateboarding one. Yeah,
that's on there as well. But,
and so's there's 2 Ollie Ollies on there. 2, yeah. But it's another Metroidvania.
Yeah.
sort of thing, but set in a Mexican world full of chickens and random stuff and so
quite
many.
Day of the Dead, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, it's all set around that. It's got that very strong theme to it. You start off as just a farmer, a very butch farmer with a big hairy chest. It's just surreal and brilliant, and I'm sucking right back into it.
Nice.
It's not. I was just going to jump on for it for a bit of fun, but now I'm playing, and it's like, wow, I haven't done that in ages.
Nice.
And that's a good one. And then I've been playing another one that came out last year, We Happy Few. Okay. Which I jumped on because I wanted to give this a go.
Yeah, well, it's on Game Pass.
It's it's on Game Pass as well.
I'll give it a go then, because it wasn't on Game Pass originally.
No, it came out at £60, £50.
Yeah, it's still,
and then it dropped down to about 20, 30.
It's still 40 quid on PlayStation.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, let's just sum it up like this. It's basically they're trying to be BioShock.
Is it the same team?
No.
It's not,
no. Gearbox published it.
Yeah.
And put that out, but it's by Compulsion Games.
Because it was a huge Kickstarter project, wasn't it? It got
the story's brilliant. The story's such a wonderful idea.
The idea, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. That they're drugging the people in the town to cover up the fact that it's actually horrible stuff going on in the town.
Well, they're drugging the people in the town to help the people forget the hideous things they did during the Second World War.
Which does sound like a great premise for a story.
Yeah, and you've got to take this drug called joy to try and keep your happiness at a certain level.
Has it been heavily patched? Is it a lot more playable now?
Well, I've never played it earlier, but if it has been patched, they've missed some massive chunks.
Okay.
So right near the... I'll say a good bit first. Right at the very start, you're sitting redacting content so that only good news goes out.
Yeah.
Right, and you get a choice. You slowly, the drug starts to wear out, and you get a choice of to remember more or take the drug. So, and I was like, well, I'm going to take the drug. Took the drug, and it showed the end credits.
Oh, really?
It just went, yeah, you just give it in. You're not even going to try end credits. And I loved that. Brilliant music, very sort of Beatles, that 60s sort of pop music going through. Loved it. And I was like, oh, well, okay, if the game's going to continue with this, this is going to be brilliant. I'm going to love it. And then you get into the game, and it's slow to load. At the start, you're in a village type area. Once you get out of the base and that, you end up in this village. And I turn around, and this woman walks out of the floor and into the sky. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And all sorts. And this is on Xbox at this point. So it's been out. What, it came out in August. So it's been out for a few months on here with the patches, and still random shit's happening. And this was me just exploring the first area. I then went along to where you get your first quest from. And he went, oh, go to this area, defeat these guys, collect that stuff, bring it back. And at that point, I was like, you know what? No thanks.
Yeah.
It was a fetch quest. And I was like, you've given me this beautiful world with this really interesting story I want to get into. And you're going to get me doing fetch quests, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get me.
I mean, I just remember watching...
I'm not up for that at the moment.
Jim Sterling's video on it, and he fucking went mental, didn't he?
Did he go...
Well, because he was in the game, do you remember?
He did
was
voice
a voice
acting,
in the game,
but he isn't in it, is he?
No, because they cut him, because he hated it. He was like, I don't care, I'm in car. Why would I want to be associated with a piece of shit like this? And he'd done this video where he'd done about copied assets, and he went down the street, and there's like an old lady who he counted, it was like 27 times in 30 seconds, he saw this old lady just saying an asset. He went complete, and his big argument was this is a £60 game. Like, they've taken people's money from Kickstarter, what have they done with that money? Because they haven't made a game. And there was one bug in there that literally meant you couldn't finish the game.
Oh, there's quite a few of those. From what I had to restart.
Wow.
You get stopped by the police right at the start. These guys in police masks, and when it goes properly, you basically wake up again in the tunnel with them all disappeared because there's been a gas leak. But mine just stopped the first time, completely stopped. I just stayed in black for ages, and I was like, God, is this a loading thing? What's going on? And nothing. I went and grabbed a beer, sat and drank my beer, and it still hadn't changed because I thought it might just be a loading thing. Yeah. I come from the days of ZX Spectrum, so I'm used to sitting around for 15 minutes waiting for a game to load, you know. So and I had to restart, and I was like, skip that one.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Another one which had just come on Game Pass and came out at the end is called Aftercharge, and it's a 3 versus 3
That's
combat game.
It came out. That was on launch. That only just literally released.
Yeah, on console.
On console.
It came out last year on PC.
So this is the one where you're invisible.
Yeah, so you've got two teams of three. One team, you're all big robots who turn invisible, and you only become visible when you punch.
Yeah, and you have to destroy these.
And you've got to I think there are 10, like, energy cylinders.
Totem things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you've got to destroy. And the other team, there are 3 of them, and they basically can shoot you and kill you. But you can res your fallen people. So you've got to play this sneaky game of then smashing them down. And it has the potential to be brilliant.
Okay.
It has the potential to be really, really good. The only problem is it is a full team game.
You need 2 teams
And
of 3.
it's far easier to be the ones defending the energy cylinders than the ones attacking them. So when you're invisible, it's all well, you can smash them all until the final one.
Yeah.
And then when there's one left, these 3 guys can just be around it and they can take you out in seconds. I haven't won a game yet.
Wow.
When I'm attacking.
Wow. Okay.
And I've tried all sorts, resin guys, moving around, we've trashed everything. Nearly every game I play, you can trash 9 of them or however many it is and have 1 left. But I know that the reason we're not getting this one is because we're not working as a team.
Yeah.
And we're not utilising, because I think there's 5 different characters you can choose between, and they have different powers, and it's using these perks together to destroy that final one.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I reckon once you've got groups together, that's where it'll get really good, because then that will mix it up, and it's quick, it's pretty. Okay. It still needs a bit of work on it. Yep. It still feels like we're in that early stage of it.
Is it full release or is it game preview? Is it full? It's full.
I think it's full release. Yeah, it's all part of the. Again, this is another Game Pass one, and
it was one that we got offered a key for on PlayStation. Yeah. But the reason I turned it down was purely because as soon as I read it, I was like, it's a team game. Like, you would need a team of 3 people. Like, you need all 3 of us to be in an office together to play the game and to give it a full review. Like, it's the only way you could do it.
But I've really enjoyed that one. That's been really good fun. After Charge, it's been really good fun. And I think further down the line, it'll get better. As long as they really support it and they really keep going, I reckon that'll be one that can.
I mean, throwing it on Game Pass isn't a bad idea, is it? Like that, because it's the kind of game that will probably get lost otherwise. Yeah. And it goes on there free. And Game Pass have that thing where it's like new, like recently added, and people can see it there.
Yeah. Well, because I play a lot of indie games on there, I've got an indie games tab that turns up all the time. And it's just like indie games you might like. Nice. And it's like, played it. Ooh, new one, I'll have that.
Yeah. No, nice.
Yeah. And that's been my indie games I played. I played Black Ops, Blackout.
I would love to have played it.
Yeah, you've had issues with that, haven't you?
Yeah, what a great trial. I can't get in. I created 3 accounts.
Why?
Because you have to create an... So firstly, why the fuck are Activision...
Why don't you have an account already?
I do. But every account I create, I then go to log in on Activision.
Yeah.
And it says there's an Activision server error. Every single account.
Dude.
And then I googled it. Turns out that there's about 50% of people get that issue, get that error. So, and then what was really ironic was when the trial finished yesterday.
No, it's not finished yet. We've got another day of it.
Oh well, yesterday I got an email saying trial's coming to an end. Buy the game now.
And you're like, I did get to try it.
There's like a 20% voucher in there to buy the game with, and I was like, no, it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I'm not too. I'm not too fussed about that.
It was good fun.
I'm sure it was
Luke
good
and I
fun,
have been playing it. It's been good fun. It's not something I'm going to buy.
No.
It was good fun to play it, but nah, pass.
It is.
Wait until you get one with a story mode and these extra bits instead of charging full price for a game and not giving us everything.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So what have you been playing?
Obviously, we're going to speak about Genesis Alpha 1 at the end.
Yep.
I'll start with Sleep Tight. Now, Sleep Tight released on PlayStation end of last year. I think Xbox same time and PC. And I was quite interested by it when it first released. And it's just come to it actually released on Switch today as of recording, which is Thursday. And it's a bizarre kind of top-down-ish double or twin stick shooter where you play as a kind of tower defensive, where you play as a kid who's got to protect their bedroom from night monsters. You have to build pillow forts and you build Nerf guns and you kill the monsters, and as you go through the levels it gets harder and harder and harder. The reason I wanted to play it was because it looks quite cute, it was quirky and all that. So I got on Switch. I was lucky enough to get a key sent through to us. Played it on the Switch for like an hour and was like, that's really cool. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. There was like 10 characters to unlock. Each character's got a different starting passive ability, and then there's lots of new weapons. I was like, sweet, that's awesome, cool, really like that. Jumped back on it like a day later, played another hour of it, and at the end of that hour, I was like, I'm pretty bored now.
Okay.
I soon realised that the issue with the game is it takes far too long to get hard. Like, you need to play like 20 to 30 minutes of a playthrough,
right,
for it to then become a challenge. To then that wave. The first 10 waves might as well not be in the game. And one really annoying thing about it is the resource system is just very bizarre. Now, I get they've tried to be quirky and cute and add like resource currency in there that fits in with the cutie kiddie.
Yeah.
And so like, you collect stars and you collect, I can't remember what the other thing's called now, but you spend stars and something else to get the stuff. But you have to spend all your stars to start the next night. Now, you can spend it on like turrets and then keep spending the other currency, I can't remember what it is now, to repair your turrets and things like that. But you can't stockpile your stars. So the expensive stuff, you have to end up playing really far into the game. And I just, like I said, the first hour kind of carried it through with its cutesy-wootsy art style, and it felt unique because I was building pillow walls and putting down Nerf guns. I was like, this is cool. And then the next hour was very much like, this is just a tower defense game that I've played a million times before, where it's wave after wave after wave. Yeah. If I grabbed it for £5-6 on the Nintendo store, I'd probably be fine. If I paid the 16 quid I think they're asking for it, I'd probably be like, huh. But then again, I'm that's coming from someone who's played that kind of game
a lot.
People who haven't played that kind of game,
or even giving it a fun way to get into,
or even giving it to a kid.
Well, how many tower defense games do we have at the moment? Like recently, there aren't that many, are there?
Not really, no. So like I'm sure I could give it to like someone else, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is really cool," and they'd enjoy the grindy challenge to it. Yeah. For me, it just didn't do enough new. Really, I know that sounds shallow, but it didn't. It just didn't grab my attention.
It didn't grab you. That's fair enough.
Yeah. Now I mentioned other games. It's not down here because I've only played half an hour of it, and we mention it later on. And that's when ski lifts go wrong. Because I basically sat in bed last night. I've got so many fucking Nintendo coins. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I was going through the Nintendo store, seeing what was on sale, and the game just launched, When Ski Lifts Go Wrong, and it was on sale. I think it was £11 or something. I was like, this looks quite cool. I used to work in ski resorts, and it looked very much like Bridge Constructor. Yeah. But you have to make ski lifts. Okay. And then when they go wrong, crazy, stupid physics happen. Nice. So I was like, I'm all for that. Bit of silly, fun gaming. Yeah. Brought it, played half an hour of it, and the first half an hour, the half an hour I played completely summed up what the game was. It is a puzzle game where you're basically building these ski lifts over different trains. Yeah. It's when stuff goes wrong, it's laugh out loud funny. You're seeing people flying off into the air and all that. Then when you see people fly off into the air for the 20th time and you're actually trying to do the puzzle, it just all feels the same. Right. It's a mobile game on the Switch, effectively. Yeah, it's the same as like Bridge Constructor. It's a very good mobile game, and I had lots of fun playing that game on the mobile. Did I put in 20 hours to it? No, I played like 3 hours of it and I'm done. I've played half an hour of this. I'll probably play another hour or so, bits and bobs here and there. Then I probably won't play it again. So it's just one you pick up every now and again. Yeah. It's a bus journey. Yeah, that's what it is. There'll be some people who love it. They're like, oh my god, look at this! Like, and the puzzles are very complex and obscure. You can see how they get kind of okay. They're my points. And I like that logical challenge that comes with those games. Yeah. Annoyingly, there's not a sandbox mode where you can just go crazy, build this stupid fucking. I want like a sandbox. That'd be good, yeah. Where I can just be like, I just want to build the fucking stupidest ski lift ever, and just send people off into a distance. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, but no, that was okay. Then the final game I played, other than Genesis Alpha 1, or final indie game I played, because I jumped onto Jump Force beta. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. If you're a Patreon, you'll get to find out what you think about that. We'll talk about it afterwards. And I've been playing, still just chipping away at Octopath Traveler. But the other indie, obviously, the other indie game I played, and this one is going to go under the radar for just about everyone. Okay. And I'm trying to sing about it as much as I can. I'm actually playing it for a review at the moment. and it's called Rainswept. Now, I mentioned Rainswept way back in like February last year. And the reason I know it was February was because that's when the demo went live on itch.io or itch.io.
Yeah.
And I played, I sat down to play the game. I remember on itch.io, whatever it was called, I sat down and I was like, I'll give this a go. And I remember it wasn't the end credits, the final scene of the demo, and then it says, game still in development or things like that. And just being like, wow, I fucking loved that. Just being so blown away by what I just played.
Yeah.
Now, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's effectively some kind of dark, mysterious, slightly washed up detective goes to a small town and there's these weird murders going on, and then he's like going, well, it's probably someone in the town, and the town are very much like, oh no one in the town would do that here. And then all of a sudden, I know where these weird supernatural elements kind of come into the story, and there's this weird thing about like an ex-girlfriend / wife, we don't know, and the animation, you see it up there now, it's very simple, the art style is very simple, it's very Twin Peaksy, but it was all of that done well, and it was enough for a story for me to just go, fuck, I just love that. And I've been waiting for a release since, and out of nowhere, the dev, it's a solo project dev, got in touch last week and said, we're actually releasing on the 1st of February. We'd love for you. I don't know if I'll say it anyway. We're like one of the only press people on his whole list. No one else has got back to him.
Oh, wow.
So I was like,
nailed it.
I was like, I'd love to fucking play the game. I'd love playing it the first time. So he sent me the review key through, and I've got about an hour past the demo. I think I'm quite close to the end. I think it's only like 4 or 5 hour game.
Okay.
It's just great. This game has to come to the Switch. Has to come to the Switch. Now, the best comparison I can give it that does it justice is Night in the Woods.
Okay.
So it's very similar to Night in the Woods in terms of it's that kind of, not tons of reading, but there is a heavy reading element to it.
Yeah.
There's not voice acting, so you're reading the text to it. It's that what feels like a grounded story but has supernatural elements going on. I've not fully found out what they are yet. And like I said, it feels like a 10 episode season story nicely condensed down into like 4 or 5 hours of a nice tight little story game. I'm loving the game at the moment. I'm genuinely loving it.
So is this just on PC at the moment?
At the moment, it's only launched on PC and Mac via Steam.
Yeah.
The developer Armon has said that he hopes for it to come to console, but it will completely depend on
how well it does.
Yeah. Oh god, this is the kind of game that I know it sounds crazy, but say we were a bigger company, I would say, well, we'll help you pull it to console.
Because we had money. Do you mean?
Because basically, because it's the kind of game that it will just go under the radar, like it will just disappear because it's such a small project.
Yeah,
and it hasn't got the big guys shouting about it, and that's why I'm being like, God, like people, is it the best story you're ever going to play? No. Is it a great little 4, maybe 5 hour story that you can kind of lose yourself in and have fun in? Yes, and that's what I think sometimes you need, especially on the Switch.
Well, there you go, guys. There's your challenge. If you're listening to this, Rainswept, get on the PC, get on Steam or your Mac, give this a go, and then shout about it, tell everyone about it.
Yeah. And
then tell them that you found out about it from Indie-Credibel.
It's coming out at £10, $9.99.
Is that worth it?
Hell yeah, at the moment.
I'm just checking, because sometimes these titles come out and you're like, you know.
Hell yeah, at the moment. Like I said, I'm only 2 hours into it now, but I want to play more of it. Yeah, it launched on the 1st of February. We have a full review up close to the time. Cool. So if you're like, oh, I kind of want to see what Lewis thinks of it, like further down the line, then please wait. Obviously, there is a full review going up around the 1st of February. But yeah, it's a lovely little. It is what I like to call like a hidden gem of an indie game, and it definitely needs a bit more attention.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's it. Really, that's kind of what I've played, apart from Genesis Alpha 1, which we'll talk about.
We'll talk about later.
News. Cool, so news, guys. Not a huge week for news, and I'll plug it again because I mean we like plugging our content. There is, if you want a quick roundup of just indie game news, short, sharp, punchy, or you just want to see my face a little bit more, every Saturday afternoon there is a new show that goes live. We try to keep it under I try to keep it under 3 or 4 minutes, and it just wraps up all the news in this story, plus anything that maybe comes out like late Friday night, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
There's not normally much, but every now and then a little thing drops. But anyway, this week's news. We kick off with a game called Riot Civil Unrest. It's a game that you noticed a little while ago, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw a bit about this midway through last year, I think it was.
Yeah, I saw late last year about it. And it's effectively a protest simulator where you can play as protesters, or you can play as the police, or the officials who are stopping the protest.
You basically end up as riot police.
Yeah, basically. So the reason we mentioned it in the news is it's got a release date. It's literally coming to every single platform: PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on February the 6th. The game at launch will feature 4 campaigns. Each split over the 4 campaigns will be 30 scenarios split between the 4 campaigns. The scenarios will be based on fictional protests as well as real-world protests that have happened over the past.
Okay.
They have to be, obviously, it did say in there they won't have a direct link, because obviously they have to be quat careful that if
about what protests you're going on.
Exactly, yeah. So basically, unlockable, you can get a high-vis jacket unlockable. Set in Paris.
Or Ireland.
Yeah, or Ireland. The levels are objective based. So to finish the level, they're objective based. So it's not a case of just survive the level. It's like, I don't know, smash up X amount of cars or whatever the protest thing is. As we said, you can control both the law or the protesters. There will be a high score rating system that will be able to go online and compare against your friends.
Okay.
So I can go, I'm a better writer than you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you probably are, because your idea of a protest was to smash cars.
Yeah.
You went straight to smashing cars.
Yeah.
There was no holding anyone up there. It was literally,
smash cars.
Yeah, smash cars.
That's it. Yeah, smash cars. That's what you do. Yeah.
I'm protesting against potholes. Smash cars.
Yeah, fuck it.
Don't the potholes already do that?
Yeah, but we do it more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The ultimate protest.
Because we've proven that potholes are useless.
So get rid of them.
Yeah, get rid of them.
Have more
they can't
protesters.
smash cars, we can smash cars. Simple as that. And it's, being published and developed by Merge Games. So, I'm looking forward to jumping onto it.
Yeah, the bits I've saw of this actually looks like it's a sim game, basically. Yeah. And you've got to plan how you're going to move your rioters through, and you have different level of rioters. So you even have those sit-down protesters who just, peace and love, and then you can hide in those V for Vendetta masked freaks who are just going to smash the walls, and then slowly hide them back into the crowds of the sitting protesters. Which looks like fun.
What more importantly, and as we've said many times on this podcast, is so often nowadays games can just release, and I'm actually going to talk about the next game I'm going to talk about. This my concerns for the next game is they can kind of release and go, it just feels like this game. It just plays like this game.
Yeah.
It just looks like... This actually looks like it's something quite new. It actually looks and feels quite unique. I quite like the pixel artwork with it.
Yeah.
I can't think of another time I've played as a writer. Or a law enforcement. Well,
law enforcement, I played a lot of law enforcement games.
That's true.
But where I'm just a writer.
But when you're like objective is to smash cars.
Smash cars, because that's what you do as writers. I'm going to get in touch with the Paris lot. Look, you did it wrong, guys. You should be smashing cars.
That's it. That's what you get wrong.
Stop waving flares. What are you doing?
Yeah,
smash some cars. Get a Fiat. What other French cars are there? I was just thinking French Peugeot. Get a Peugeot 2 Citroen. There you go. An old 2CV. Let's.
Fucking weird cars they were. There was one weird thing apparently. You couldn't put the music on before you started the engine, otherwise the engine wouldn't work. Like the electrics would go to the radio or something stupid.
Nice.
And the CD thing was down the side of the handbrake on the old C2s. So you had to like lift the handbrake to get to the tape player. It wasn't in.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I remember watching a Top Gear with it on there and being like, and Jeremy Clarkson loves them. He's like, he said literally, this is the French smoking way too much. And going, let's just make a bit of a different car, man. It's a bit too different. Like, it's just, yeah, I love it.
Well, you get to smash some of those as a rider, because that's right.
That's it, wearing a high vis so people know where you're coming from. The next game.
Yeah.
Outward. So Outward is a game that's been... I've heard a bit about kind of... It's snowballing a little bit with its coverage over the last couple of months. I heard about it last year and I kind of was like, yeah. I saw a very basic teaser video for it. It was like, yeah, whatever, it looks okay. IGN really weirdly have picked up now. I don't know why. Probably getting paid to show something off of it. And the reason I say I don't know why is I don't want to be down on a game before it releases.
Yeah.
But as you guys will see from the trailer, have you seen anything from Outward?
No, I don't know it.
So they basically gave it a second dev diary. The first dev diary was shit. I'm sorry, it was shit. Okay. It was going, we're a kind of medieval fantasy open world RPG where you can craft items and you can take on creatures and you can go to towns. I'm like, so what you can do in every open world RPG? Like, this isn't a dev diary. You're telling me what an RPG is, not what your game is. And that's why I'm down on the game. The trailer is literally, it could be Skyrim. Okay, not visually, but in terms of the gameplay. Yeah. It could be Skyrim. It could be, oh god, any RPG basically. It could be any RPG you're playing. You don't know it's Outward. Medieval, great. That's been done millions of times. Fantasy medieval, been done millions of times. Like,
yeah. Like, that is the main.
At the moment,
stay of fantasy.
There is no. There's no or nothing to make me go, oh, Outward looks so good. Like, it just at the moment I'm like, it's another open world RPG. Like, even something like, okay, this isn't an indie game, Horizon Zero Dawn. It fell so heavily into the tropes of being a Ubisoft open world RPG.
Yes,
but it had enough difference to it by having clever mechanics with the combat of shooting off the different armor panels and these really cool, like, everyone wants to fucking fight robotic dinosaurs. Like, yeah, if it didn't have the robotic dinosaurs, no, it's another open world RPG. Same as like Red Dead. Like, Red Dead's great. It's Wild West, but it's an open world RPG, isn't it? Like, yeah. So I just think, I don't want to be down on a game, as I said. The dev diary, it was better. It gave a bit more information. They kind of said a release date, 26th of March. And they kind of gave a bit more that there's going to be like job classes in there. But I was like, it's just very MMO now, right? It's still not...
Well, that still falls into the classic RPG thing, doesn't it?
But yeah...
You're going to be a blacksmith. Good for you.
Apologies if anyone is watching or listening and really up for Outward. I'm just a little bit like...
Don't apologise for it. What is it that's grabbed you?
Yeah.
If you're really up for Outward, what is it? What is the thing that you're like, no, this is what it's going to do different?
Like, I wonder, the reason... I wonder if IGN have picked up, and I genuinely thought this. When I saw it on the IGN home, I was like, what the fuck? Why is this on the IGN page?
Yeah.
I genuinely wonder if it's because they've thought, well, wait a minute, our marketing team have done fuck all here. Like, we're going to struggle to get this game out. Maybe if we send it to the biggest entertainment website in the world, we might actually
get some sales
on it. But that's the only thing I can think of. Just
or maybe IGN have been told, look, we can't keep preaching about Skyrim. Yeah, fine. It's coming out on Alexa.
Yeah.
Let's just stop this. We need to talk about another game. And the guy who does Skyrim's like, but that's all I know how to talk about, Skyrim. And they're like, look, there's Outward. Just get on with it. Oh, sweet. Cheers.
Yeah. Next up, a game I know you're excited about.
Yes.
And I've been excited. I fluctuated on this game. I was very excited at first.
You slated this game when we were at Res.
I was very excited about it, like, way back when I first saw its reveal. I played at EGX Res like 2 years ago.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We've been waiting for this game for fucking ever.
I was like, meh, it's okay. The demo didn't show off enough. The demo was like, they just went, go and play the game. And I've never played Fire Emblem. And apparently this is very similar to Fire Emblem.
Okay.
And I've never played... There's another game that everyone always refers to this game as. It's something Strike. It's a PlayStation game that everyone... Any podcast used to listen to, the kind of funny guys were always like, oh, that's... I can't remember. I'm going to shut up now on that.
Something Strike?
Yeah, there's a PlayStation game where you kind of move across and you take on thingies and... Anyway, Wargroove is the game we're talking about.
Yes.
Releasing on 1st February. Dan, why are you excited for Wargroove?
Because it's bright and it's fun. It's something different I haven't played in ages.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, that is it. That is where I'm going with it. It has a mix of the old North and South battle bits. My job turn. Yeah, there we go. where you get to see the two groups coming together, and then they're going to clash into each other. It's turn-based, so Tom will hate it, which makes me like it more.
Yeah.
I haven't played something like that. In there's been quite a few actually. Into the Breach did this turn-based bit, but that was more of a puzzle.
But is it Fire Emblem? Because apparently that is very similar to Fire Emblem.
I haven't played it. I haven't played Wargroove enough to be able to turn around and go.
No, but apparently just the whole moving around and the battle system and the turn-based combat. Apparently that's what Fire Emblem is. But I'm not saying it's ripping off Fire Emblem. They're just saying that it's very inspired by it.
I suppose.
I've never played a Fire Emblem game. I'm looking forward to the new Switch Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I think you really enjoy Fire Emblem. I think you'll enjoy any of them.
Just purely because I've never really had a. When Fire Emblem started coming out on the DSs and that, I never had a DS. So
no, I think you'd like Fire Emblem because it's your type of game.
Probably is.
But I think you'll like Wargroove as well.
I don't know why.
I really do.
I'm not down on it. I'm just not hyped for it.
Yeah. Whereas this has been one of the ones that. Well, I think part of it as well is because we've been waiting for so long for this.
It's because I'm down on it, isn't it?
Part of it is so I can go. Fuck you, man.
There's one bright side to it. Well, I'm sure there's many bright sides to it, but it's being developed and published by Chucklefish.
Yeah.
The guys who made Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
So, actually, sorry.
I've got to admit,
the guys who published Stardew Valley, Concerned Ape, the one guy made...
I've got to say as well, that's one of the reasons why I'm excited for it, because Chucklefish are involved. And they keep making games I enjoy.
Yeah.
Not Stardew Valley. No one enjoyed Stardew Valley.
Wizardbrook. Do you know Wizardbrook? That's their game coming out later this year, or maybe 2020. Wizardbrook is Stardew Valley, but with Hogwarts.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like... Oh my god! That makes me want to internally explode with excitement. Like,
just keep it in your pants, mate.
Like the fact that Ooblets and that can be so close. Like, you saw, I've got fucking
Ooblet screensaver. As I came in today, he's got an Ooblet screensaver.
Yes.
That game, I worry about Ooblets.
Why?
Because I think it's going to be really good. But I think by the time we get to it, you are going to be so excited, you're just going to fall asleep. Because you're like that little 2-year-old child who's so excited to get to Disneyland, and you get there and they're fucking chatting and they fall asleep. And that's going to be you at Ooblets.
So when they get I still speak to Double Fine about the game. And I'm really trying to get like the press pack. I want the pins. I want the t-shirts. I want the hats. I'm gonna throw me everything. Like, I'll be fanboy. I'll wear a t-shirt and a hat with a lanyard, and have Rad Lad underpants on. Like, I'm happy. I'll review the game like that for crying out loud.
You're gonna do that anyway.
I might actually even. I know my Twitch channel is mostly it's just Gwen.
It is Gwen.
But I might
turn it to an Ooblets channel.
Well, I might do one kind of thing because I've been thinking about over the summer holidays. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do 1 day extra streaming a week, but I'm going to do it as a indie game stream.
Yeah, nice.
Because I've kind of got an audience now, and I'd just be like,
and they're going to switch up. Where's Gwen?
Well, I'd be like, if you do
this indie shit?
Simple as that. If you don't want to watch Gwen, don't watch Gwen. But if you're like me, I'm just be chatting about indie games, playing some weird ones. And it'll give Ooblets more of an oomph out there, wouldn't it? People need to play that. Everyone should be forced to play Ooblets.
But what if it's shit?
They should be forced to play it.
You don't care. No. You're such a fanboy now. It doesn't matter what it comes out as.
Get that North Korean guy over here. He'll sort him out.
What? Kim Jong-un?
That's the one.
Is it Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
Which one?
He'll make everyone buy it.
No, he won't. Because he'll see a Mackie D's and get distracted.
True. But no, Wargroove is releasing on the 1st of February. I probably forgot to mention that part.
Yeah.
It's coming out 1st of February. It's coming to Nintendo Switch exclusively, I think, at first.
Cool.
Or no, Switch and PC. But it's not coming to other consoles. I'm pretty sure it will make its way to other consoles.
It is coming to other consoles.
But I'm 99% sure, because that was one of the... So what the next piece of news we're talking about, the new Indies showcase.
That can't be right. Because I played it in the Xbox ID place.
It's coming to all consoles. I think you're right. I just remember the email I saw. It definitely said PlayStation, Xbox as well. It's coming to all consoles on the 1st of February.
Because I was just thinking, there's no way Xbox are gonna put Nintendo out, are they? They're gonna be like, yeah, play these Nintendo games in our area.
There's another game that I keep playing at Xbox ID or ID Xbox.
Yeah,
Children of Mortar, and it's just nowhere to be seen with a fucking release date. I'm like, I love this game every time I play it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that.
It's basically Dead Cells, but with a 3D world.
Yeah.
Exact same kind of Metroidvania, rouge-lite, but rather than 2D, it's 3D.
It's 3D.
And I'm like, I want to play this game playing so bad. I've been playing it for the last 2 years at events, and I've heard nothing about it. I'm looking for releases, and they're still like, Crackdown comes out soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not thrilled by that.
I
like Terry Crews coming on there. Oh yeah, Games Plus is free. But yeah,
I would never buy that game, but just to see how many buildings how many cars I can smash up.
Riot!
I'm fucking rioting everywhere. I have a balaclava and everything in my room. Oh, you fucking see your car, mate? Yeah. And the final bit of news this week is Nindies had a complete random surprise showcase yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. Where they showed
it won't matter when they're listening to
this. They showed off 9 indie games. I've gone through and picked out 5 that you should be psyched about. There was most indie games. They showed like Miniko's Midnight Market, which looks great, but we know that's coming anyway.
Grow your cats.
Games that we didn't know were coming, or came out of nowhere, was the game I played earlier, When Ski Lifts Go Wrong. It's perfectly fine. If you like a puzzle game, then fine. Goat Simulator, the Game of the Year edition, which I think I've never played a goat simulator, so if I'm going to play it anyway, I'll probably play it on Switch. Just I can be a dick with a goat.
That's it. It gets boring after a while, but it's good fun for a bit.
Unruly Heroes, which is a game that's picked up a lot of steam on PC. I think it's got a big audience on PC. Anyway, Unruly Heroes.
Yeah.
And one we're both pretty excited about, I think, Double Kick Heroes.
Double Kick Heroes!
Double Kick Heroes. If you don't know what Double Kick Heroes is, I can have a video playing up there now of Double Kick Heroes. Double Kick Heroes is a rhythm game where you play as a metal band who are touring across a part of America. Not touring across part of America, travelling across part of America.
Yeah.
To try and evade a zombie apocalypse. Now, when it starts, you play as just the drummer, hence the double kick.
Yeah.
But as the game progresses, you end up playing as the drummer, the bassist, the guitar, and it gets really fucking hard. Like the rhythm stuff on it. It's it's recommended to play with a fight stick.
Nice.
Because there's so much going on in there. Yeah. I used a keyboard over a gamepad because it was so much easier using a keyboard with the buttons. How to do it on Switch will be interesting, but it is coming to a Nintendo Switch very soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm really looking, because that was in the thingy section, the one where the new upcoming, what do they call it in EGX?
Left Field.
The Left Field. That was Left Field Collection, wasn't it? That game.
One interesting point there about Double Kick Heroes. There's an insanely cool mode on the PC.
Yeah.
Where you can put any track in.
Oh my god.
And you can make a Double Kick Heroes track to it. You have to go through and you have to do the beat at the right time and the guitar. I'd done this. I spent 4 hours in that mode.
Go on, let's tell them what you put. Right, remember this is called Double Kick Heroes and you're a metal band.
I put in you do? Taylor Swift Blank Space. And I nailed it, and the devs retweeted it. Do you remember that? They were like, this is fucking... They were like, this is so weird. Like, we don't know how we feel about this game, this video.
See, my thing is, I bet there was one dev in there just crying. You know, these people spend hours, they spend their lives creating these games. He's probably there, long hair, fucking loving the metal, and then all of a sudden... some douche online.
And this is when the game was in preview mode, so no one else had even played it.
Yeah, no one else even played it.
Part of the publicity around the game was, and that's probably one of my most viewed tweets, was me putting out Taylor Swift as
in Double Kick Heroes.
Double Kick Heroes. My concern is, it was easy to do on PC because I could just download. I didn't fucking pay for the track. I just downloaded it off MP3 off YouTube, uploaded it to thingy, and went with it. I don't know if that mode will be on Switch because I don't know how you'd get the music to put on there and do it.
I don't know.
Which is a shame because it's a really fucking cool mode. But yeah, Double Kick Heroes is a cool game. It is a cool game. It's hard, and I'd say that it's hard. The story is as fucking bonkers as you want it to be. Isn't
there a point where a T-Rex or something comes along? Yeah.
No, T-Rex mounted with cannons and a plasma gun.
Yeah,
and it gets seriously hard. I recommend first playthrough play it on easy because I played normal and that shit was hard as fuck, even on a keyboard. That was hard. But yeah, no, Double Kick Heroes is a nice little addition to the Switch library. Definitely one you should check out.
Definitely the one I'm excited for.
And that's it for news.
News, yeah.
That is it for news. So should we go on to our main topic?
We'll move on to the main topic.
Okay, guys, so the main topic is, as we mentioned before, Dan and I are both in the fortunate position where we have been able to play Genesis Alpha 1 pre-release. The game launches on the 29th of January. It's coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on Steam and Epic Game Store. And a quick kind of context of what the game is. You can see the trailer playing now, and then after the trailer I have some of my gameplay playing.
Cool.
So the game is a rogue-lite space adventure game with shipbuilding mechanics to it. So basically the Genesis program is where your classic story, we've heard it a million times. Humanity have been dicks and ruined the Earth. They need to go off and find a new place to start up a life, basically, start up a civilization. So they found the Alpha 1 galaxy. Yeah, and they're exploring the Alpha 1 galaxy. And your job basically is one of the Alpha ships, one of the Genesis ships, is to captain a ship, find a planet, genocide the planet.
Genocide means kill the people on it.
Don't genocide the planet. What's the...
You're basically going to... it's in like the end of Search for Spock, where they send it down and the planet becomes new and you make it breathable and habitable and everything like that. That's what you've got to do. Don't genocide the planet. Though you pretty much are in the game, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So that's the idea. And to get there, you need to do classic research of stuff. You need to build your ship out. The roguelite element comes with when you're playing as clones aboard a ship. When one of your clones dies, and we'll get onto how they die or why they die in a bit. One of the clones gets promoted. They're the new captain. That's who you are. So effectively, the further in the game you get, the more clones you have, the more lives you have. If you're early in the game, you get about 4 lives, and that is it. Yeah. Late game, you can have. I say late game. I'm 9 hours in. About 9 hours in. You're about the same, aren't you? You said
about the same. Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't actually spoken to each other properly about our full thing, so it'll be interesting what we've seen in the game. I'm playing on PC. You're playing on PlayStation.
Yes.
So get a bit of context to see how it runs on both. So initial impressions before we dive into the actual because that'll kind of come out naturally. Initial impressions of Genesis Alpha 1 because it's a game we were both very excited about.
Yeah, because of the mix of first-person shooter.
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, of course.
Your classic sim shipbuilding management game.
Yeah.
So as you're travelling through the universe, you've got to collect resources, and these resources are then used to help build new new clones.
Clones, yeah.
Been doing a bit of shit on Venom, so my mind just flicked back to that there. And new bits for your ship and reinforcing your ship. And then every now and again, aliens come on board, and there are 2 levels to your bit. So let's say you've got your biodome. And in the biodome, you've got all your lovely plants, which are creating the oxygen you need and all the different chemicals and that lot you use. But just underneath that, there are your corridors and your access panels and bits. And these fecking monsters can creep through there and fuck your ship. That's the best way of describing it.
You get like alien lifeboard on form. And then you have this little thing on your wrist that goes beep, beep, beep.
Kind of beeps.
And when you spin, it tells you where it is. So like early game, you learn to build defences. So I will say now, we're not going to go into full spoilers because we haven't finished the game.
Yeah, can't full spoiler.
But we will go into potential spoilers of what gameplay lies ahead for a beginning player. So
yeah,
if you're just interested in the game and you want to skip now, then fine, by all means do so. But if you're interested in actually hearing more of the game, we try not to be like really spoiled. I'll say this now, there's not really a huge story to the game, so we can't spoil narrative, but we could spoil things you could unlock or what could go.
And we'll probably talk tactics that we went through and depends whether you want hints and tips, which we'll be able to give. Or if you're just like, I'll jump into it. Because the first time I jumped into it, the very first one, I died. I did the tutorial section.
I died on the tutorial.
I don't know how the hell you died.
I died on the tutorial first time. I told you how I died because I was like, I can build corridors.
Out of power, everything blows up.
Oh no! And it was like, you need to reinstate power here. You need to build a refinery. You haven't got any resources to build a refinery because you spent it all on corridors. And I'm like, oh, now your ship is like unbalanced power. So all of a sudden, this stuff's starting to blow up. Oh, alien lifeboard on ship. Fuck! What is going on?
I had pretty much the same bit as soon as I warped out. I didn't build loads of corridors, but I warped to the next place that is out of the tutorial zone. And then all of a sudden it was like, alien life form on board. I'm like, how? I haven't fucking, where did this shit go? You hear this sound, you're like, you can no longer get to the bridge. What do you mean I'm going to walk out this door? You walk out the door and you are in space. You're like, fine! You're dead, everyone's dead, start again. And that is great. The
game is hard as nails. It's genuinely hard. Like, it is a game that every decision, I'm like I said, 9 hours in now. Even now, there are decisions I have to make in the game that I'm like, fuck, this could go so wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this could go, do I build this and risk, because you basically, so you have power outlets underneath in your little air duct thingies.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure they're running. And there's a percentage on, when you build something new, how much percentage you can be using them. And then if it goes below like 60, there's a chance it could go out. And if one goes out, it can start a chain reaction through your whole thing. And you're like, I really need this, but I can't afford a new power.
And that nails into the sim side of it. So the sim side very much tells you how much power you're generating. And then everything you build has a certain amount of power it uses. And then there's also the power used by just travelling places and bits like that you've got to take into account. And so there's a serious management side, which you won't take seriously when you first start. You will not take seriously, because you've got a gun, it's in first person, and you can go to planets and shoot shit up. Yeah. And you're just like, oh, this is just going to be an FPS game.
You point out that's nice that, so you can send down ships to planets, and you can just let them send them down, come back, and they do the resource finding themselves. You kind of have a pretty basic kind of overview of the planets. And it will tell you roughly what, or percentage of what resources you find on that planet.
Yeah, once you've scanned them.
Yeah, once you scan it. And then, obviously, you need different types of resources to craft different things and upgrade different things. Little tips, if you guys want tips. When you start, there's two main ways life forms can get on the ship. That's in the tractor beam and in the hangar. Fucking put turrets in there straight away. Like, turrets in there straight away, for me, meant that any time life forms came off, the turrets killed him. It's not so great later on because those turrets aren't as good, and I didn't level my turrets up. And I was like, why is my turret broke? I mean, there's this fucking slightly bigger guy than I'm used to. Like, that's not a worm! Oh my god! I want the worms back! I'm not seeing an xenomorph yet. If I see a tail going, but I'm not reviewing the game anymore. I'm turning that shit off, I'm done.
Well, I very much started. So there are actually three ways the aliens will get on.
Ooh.
So they come in through the teleporters. They come in through the spaceships. So once you've been down to a planet, you collect the stuff. It comes onto your spaceship. But also they come from your deposits.
Oh, so of course. Yes.
When they take the stuff from the ship, it goes to a deposit area before it's refined. And while it's in that deposit area, so like spiders in banana crates, they will come out from there. They won't, when they come out really small, it won't always warn you there's an alien on board the ship. It only tells you an alien's on board the ship when they're small, once they start breeding. And by that point, you're fucked.
you go down the thing and there's just nests everywhere.
Nests everywhere, like, oh shit!
It's like a scene from Arachnophobia, and I fucking hate Arachnophobia.
So what I did was I built two sections of ship. So you've got your bridge, you've got your crew quarters, you've got where all the oxygen comes from, and you've got storage, and then there's a small corridor, and then there is the refinery, and then there's the bit where your hangar, and there's the deposit section.
So you can cut it off.
So I can cut it off, and in between there, I placed 4 turrets and 2 shields underneath and above, and it was like, nothing's going through there, and if it did, I could blow it up. Because I'd be like, right, blow that up, it's gone, everything's safe here, I'll just build it again.
A real nice sort of touch I like to the game is, so the shipbuilding is very simple. On PC, you just whack tab and you go straight into the shipbuilding. I'm guessing probably a trackpad isn't on PlayStation.
I can't remember the button. It is very simple.
But then what's nice is, like, as soon as you build something in the game, it's there. You can go into it in the game and explore it and things like that. And there is every room you can build. The more you learn as you go through, it's not just there for cosmetic use. Like, there's so much, and you can. I found out you can start customizing like the colours. And I was like, oh, I can change the colour. Oh, I can change the way this looks. Oh, I can. I've changed the way sofas look, beds look. Like I don't know why, because there's going to be aliens come along and fuck shit up, like, literally ruin the whole thing. But I'm nervous to play it more at the moment because I'm in a good position. I'm got nice resource stocks.
Yeah.
I've started to shield off certain rooms.
Right.
So I can activate shields. I mean, it would stop it in that part of the ship.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and I've the most recent planet I went to. So this is a little bit of a spoiler. The first planet you go to, the aliens are worms or spider things, quite small.
Still spider things. And you
Most
get
recent planet I went to.
Gox, mud people.
Oh yeah,
mudmen.
yeah. Recent planet I went to, these were a lot bigger than I'd found in the first time around, and I was like, oh, these are bigger, because normally it's like beeps and when there's everything, and you're like, where the hell is it? And it's like on the floor. This one, I saw it before it beeped.
Have you met the military guys yet? The guys who turn up on your ship with weapons?
No.
Through the teleporter beams?
No.
Yeah.
Are they aliens?
Shit me the fuck up the
Are they
first
aliens
time.
or are they pirates?
I don't know. I blew their brains out before I could ask them, man. So because you can travel, there's a big, massive star system you can travel through.
Yeah.
And you're travelling through it now because I had to go to a new area because I'd rinsed all the planets there of all their stuff. And then I'm standing there and we're teleporting stuff up because you learn to do routines. There's a way of setting it. So I go to all the planets I can teleport and I just teleport first so I can guard it and I can protect it. And then there's one point this tube went up and there were 3 guys with guns there. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Who are you guys?
I can't be beat. Oh shit, I'm dead. Quick, give me a guy with a...
But no, it is... Okay, so what surprised me, I knew it was going to be in-depth.
Yeah.
What surprised me is how in-depth this game is. Like, micromanaging the micromanagement stuff. Like... You need to set up where, like, so you assign jobs to your clones, and then you're making sure they're doing their jobs. And as captain, you're very much running around. You're making sure there aren't any critters on your ship. I know we spoke a lot about the aliens, but that is very much one small aspect of the game.
Yeah, that is tiny.
There's so much more to the game. The researching, and then you need to decide, like, oh, you have these resources. Are you going to improve weapons? Are you going to add more weapons to your arsenal? Are you going to upgrade your defense systems? Are you going to upgrade your turrets? What are you going to buy into? Are you going to upgrade your ships that go get stuff so you can get more resources on them?
Oh, not just that, your clones as well. Because as you're killing people, you're
of
picking up
course.
DNA strands, which are teaching you about new aliens. And as you learn about them, you can upgrade your clones or create different alien life forms.
Yeah, so you can have alien life forms on your ship as allies.
And then you have to change your plants so that they have the right, right chemicals to breathe. And you're just like, I'm just one guy.
This game,
one man.
Okay, where I'm sat in the game at the moment is I'm not going to assign a score because I don't want to do that yet. I want to fully. I say finish the game. I don't know if you can finish the game, but I want to at least genocide a planet. Fuck.
Kill everyone.
Yeah. Go down there with my glove. Click twice, so not only 50% go, fucking 100%
all of them.
go.
All of them. Everyone's dead.
That's it. And sorry, people are going to go. It's not a glove. It's a gauntlet. Gauntlet, sorry people.
Get over yourselves.
And yeah, basically. But here's where I am at the moment on it.
Go on.
I have complete respect and love for the detail the devs have gone into with this game.
Yeah.
And they've nailed it in terms of the hardcore, like old school XCOM fans that want to go and make a sci-fi sim game that you can go and play, like, and literally get the slightest detail down, like every bit of micromanagement. This game has got it. They've done a pretty good job, although it's hard and it's not cumbersome, because I found something like that sounds bad, but it's overwhelming maybe at first. Mm-hmm. There's still casual players to the genre like you and I can still get on, have fun, play the game. There's definitely a market out there for this kind of game.
Yes.
However, that's my slight... At the moment, there's some things that I'm not over the moon about, but this strictly, and I need to get this across in the review, this is not a game for everyone. This is although it does a good job of... Brian, one of our patrons, or Trev could pick it up, play it, and get the hang of the game. Because the tutorial, although it doesn't tell you much, the way the game starts, there's not too much to do. You can kind of, through trial and error and dying 3 or 4 times, you can kind of get used to, okay, I need to do this now. And then once you understand the basics of the game, as more rooms unlock, more ships, parts unlock, more resource unlock, you kind of learn the game quite easily.
Yes.
It's got a nice progression system with that. I'm also slightly down on, and this is me being a narrative whore, but I don't know why I'm doing. I know the little cutscene plays at the beginning, but I'm like, why am I doing all this? Like, I don't know if I need to know that, but
it does feel more along the lines of a sandbox rather than a sort of narrative-driven adventure sort of that you're going through, which is kind of a shame. I found, for me, one of the things that kind of got to me was the actual travelling through space was annoying, because you can so it's a massive grid, but you can only move one square at a time, and large amounts of these squares are empty. Yeah. So you're literally just bouncing through blank space, and it takes 3 seconds to launch, and 3 seconds, which it sounds like no time at all, but when you have to go through 8 blank squares, it's like, just move. Why can't I select that square and go to it? Oh, because you can only warp to this place.
Well, it's like you said, that stuff that you and I don't like, but someone who's a hardcore sim fan and wants to almost realism of it, they're probably going to enjoy that.
Well, it's like me and farming Sim 17, where I want to go raid other farms. You know, different people enjoy different things.
It is literally exactly that. Yeah. But I mean, I don't want that to come across as like, down on the game. Like, no. I mean, if you're going into the game expecting something like Mass Effect, please don't go and do that. Like, that. I mean, I would love more kind of, not relationships in terms of relationships, but it would be nice if like there was more interaction between the clones. You could actually talk to clones more. But that's a whole new mechanic they need to feed into, and there is already so much going on in the game.
I think, I'd go with that. I think this is a really great start, and I really want it to do well. But I think number 2 will be better.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
It's one of those ones that once they make the money and they've got, they should, because this is a solid game that I've been enjoying.
And they've got a title they can work with, Genesis Alpha 2.
Yeah, there you go. You just keep adding it on, off you go.
That's it, easy. But no,
I love the tense corridors as well underneath the ship. Walking around the top of the ship is very nice. It's very Stanley Kubrick and, all of that lot. But underneath, it is aliens. Yeah. It is, you're going through tight corridors.
1980s sci-fi horror. Yeah. Alien.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Especially when you don't know it.
And
before you start planning out your ship properly, and you are walking around going, where the fuck is this? Where is this? And then out from there,
But no, the game, I'm enjoying the game. So wrapping it up, I am enjoying the game. I'm enjoying my time with the game. It is, I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful. It's hard. It's handed my ass to me several times. If things go wrong now, I'm going to probably cry.
Because you lose so much.
You lose so much. But that does feed into what the game is trying to achieve. Yeah. As I said, there will be a full review up closer to the game's release. Now, at the moment, I'm not 100% sure. That full review may be I've actually genocided a planet and won. Or it might be the fact that actually I've got 15 hours in, I've lost on my ship, I've started again. I will get a review up closer to time, and I will be honest at the beginning on saying, actually, I didn't finish the game, but I've played 15, 20 hours. I know what the game is. Yeah. Here's my review on it. So there will be a review up closer to time if you're looking for a more official and kind of final wrapped up verdict on the game. But that's my job on Saturday, is putting in 5 or 6 hours to Genesis Alpha 1.
Nice.
Yeah. So what's your wrap up on it? How are you feeling about it?
At the point I am at the moment, I'm still enjoying it. Though I have found I've got myself into a routine that I know works. So I'm literally going to planets, setting off my strategy, and then doing it. So it's becoming a bit rote at the moment. There is no fear for me. There are no aliens able to get onto my ship. I'm able to take down anything. When I visit planets, I take 4 turrets with me and lay them out. So when these monsters come to attack your ship while you're down on there, which allows me just to walk off and go and collect these special nodes that are hidden on the planets. So it's I need that next step.
Yeah, and that's maybe where the whole narrative stuff is slightly, because if it was a narrative-driven game, it would have a point, wouldn't it, where we'll go, oh, now we know you're here. Here's the next part. Whereas this is a bit more, like you said, sandboxy. Yeah. Be interesting to know what happens when you genocide a planet.
Well, everyone dies.
But, I mean, in the game.
And then you have to go to The Hague for war crimes.
But yeah, well, that's going to wrap up, guys. That is the Indie-Credibel podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really, really do appreciate it. Whether you're watching or whether you were listening, we love you guys stopping by. And yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, the best way to do it, because at the moment I am sorting emails out, I'm trying to streamline stuff. The best way to do it is just jump over to YouTube and throw it in the comments. It comes straight through to my phone. It's all set up nice and easy there.
Spam his phone.
That's it, spam my phone, yeah. But no, thank you so much, guys. Like I said, we really do like doing these. And if you want to know what's in store for Indie-Credible throughout 2019, there is actually a video up. It's called Let's Have an Indie-Credible 2019.
Ooh.
And it's kind of just a kind of roadmap of what you can expect when the timings. I've actually been strict this year to myself, and there are set times when the videos go live.
Oh, nice.
So it's not whenever, there are set times. So the podcast now go live 7 p.m. Monday evenings. GMT time, yeah. But yeah, as again, guys, thank you for stopping by and checking out the podcast. Like I said, whether you listened or watched. Patrons. We, if you do like what we do at Indie-Credible, guys, then obviously just liking the video or subscribing to us is huge. If you really like what we do, guys, then you can head over to patreon.com/Indie-Credible. Throw us $1 a month. For $1 a month, less than a cup of coffee, you get exclusive pre and post show content. We're talking 20 to 30 minutes of us chatting about flux capacitors and all sorts.
Yeah.
You also get an ad-free podcast on YouTube. So if you do watch the video ones, no ads, straight on there. We also have a Discord server now. So the Discord server is a place where, as it grows, people can jump in there, say, I'm playing this game. Oh, sweet, I can play this game with you. One of our patrons, Trev, is big into Destiny 2. So if anyone plays Destiny 2, there you go. You got a soul on there. You can probably carry. He probably needs carrying. I've played with Trev. Yeah, he'll be like, that bastard. He definitely carried me. Yeah, but no, that's just some of the perks you can get with Patreon. You also get a week early access to our monthly show, the Not So Indie Show, which returns middle of February. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you again for stopping by. If you like me, then you're only human. It's natural. And also, you can follow more of the stuff I do over on Twitter at What's Up Woody with underscores in between the What's Up Woody. Or you can watch me come and play some Gwent on live stream over on twitch.tv/What's Up Woody. I stream every Monday night, Wednesday night, and Sunday afternoon, morning. Dan, where can people find you?
You can't.
No?
I'm taking over Tom's role. Yeah. You can't find me. Yeah. Not at the Dice Bear. Like don't look up the Dice Bear.
Moody teenager.
That's right, yeah. I should get my candy sticks out. Pretend to smoke them.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom.
He might watch. He does actually watch these, doesn't he?
Does he really? Yeah. I never watch this shit.
Well, when he's not on it, he watches it.
Really?
Yeah.
We should have him not on it more.
But where can people find you, Dan?
At the Dice Bear. Just type in the Dice Bear and you'll find me.
Even Google.
And everything I'm doing. Just go to Google. Just write the Dice Bear.
Google.
Google.
Yeah.
And
go,
you'll find
you
me.
say that Google, as in go to Google. Just say Google.
You could.
Google.
Obviously, you could.
I'm bringing that in. I'm going to bring that in.
You're going to bring that in?
Bring it in. Google.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, guys, we're off to record the Patreon show, so Patreon, stick around. And the names rolling across the bottom now are our lovely patrons.
Yeah, big boys.
Yes, they did. Yep, massive boys. Until next time, thanks again, guys, and you stay Indie-Credible.
Bye.